The falling ventilation duct incident in a Shaw Cinema Hall at Next Shopping Centre last Sunday has raised questions about public safety in malls, as well as awareness on what one can do in such a situation. Now, questions like how accident happened, why the duct got dislodged, and who's liable in this instance remain unanswered.
That's right. Well, for a start, Shaw Theatres told the Straits Times yesterday that it's in the process of inspecting all of its cinemas at 6 other locations with their respective building managers. While the next branch is currently closed for investigations, all the other cinemas remain open. The Building and Construction Authority has also instructed the building owner to appoint an engineer to investigate Sunday's incident and assess the condition of the other ducts in the affected cinema hall.
Now, to take this further, we're joined by Justin Chan, Senior Partner and Head of Dispute Resolution Practice at law firm Tito Isaac Co. Welcome, Justin. Now, Justin, for starters, who is responsible for what has happened, and for building safety, is it the mall Next or Cinema Shaw liable in this instance?
Well, I think all things being equal, Shaw would be responsible for this particular incident. They are the occupiers of that particular space, and presumably until all the fact-finding has been done, they would also be responsible for the air conditioning ducts within the cinema and owe a duty of care to their patrons to ensure their safety. If, for example, it's found that the air conditioning ducts were caused by some structural issues or are in some way attributable to the building itself, it could be that Next Mall is responsible. There is a dark horse in this examination, though. I mean, in the context of the cinema, there could be a specialist air conditioning and mechanical ventilation contractor who's been contracted to do that job to maintain the ducts and has control over those ducts. So it's not unheard of for defendants in a particular suit to say there's an independent contractor involved, and you should look to that independent contractor for any damage.
Well, as you know, there are unanswered questions still, like whether there were any design, installation or maintenance lapses, which likely only BCA's investigation can reveal. So Justin, the big question now is, what is being done to prevent such incidents from happening again, and to keep people safe as well? What's your view from the legal perspective?
Well, as you have seen, I think the first step would be to close all the cinemas, and I think that has been done, and to have a mandatory check for the maintenance issues and the condition of all the ducts. Going forward, I think contract would be a good way to prevent rather than cure. And I don't mean contract in the normal sense. I mean, we've all entered places that say enter at your own risk, but you can't contract out negligence. What you can do is employ a good contractor with a good track record, a good specialist contractor with a good track record, with warranties, who will warrant the condition and fitness of those air conditioning ducts and conduct regular maintenance and checks.
Right, now let's talk about on the individual perspective. As a patron to any mall, who do I look to if I get injured? What is the legal recourse if any fixtures were to fall on me in any mall?
I mean, again, this is it's an unenviable position. We hope that those injured are recovering speedily. First things first, I think inform your insurer. If you have personal injury insurance, the first step is to inform your insurers that an accident has happened. Going forward, I think the question becomes, where were you injured? If you were injured in a particular shop, that shop would be liable, presumably for any damage caused to you. If you're in a common area, for example, be it lifts, corridors, things of that nature. In strata titled shopping centers, the MCST is usually in charge of those common areas. So they are the party to look towards. In non-strata titled, there's usually some kind of managing agent or association, and those are the people you look towards in those situations.